Hello guys, I miss you so much. I hope you're all doing very great. You are welcome to the first lesson of Rme. For today's lesson, we shall be considering the topic obedience and authority and obedience. And we shall be looking at some social groupings or institutions. Now, mankind lives in what we call groupings or institutions. Now, these institutions have what we call leaders. And besides these leaders, there are also what we call laws or rules. And it is the responsibility of these leaders to ensure that the members of the groups obey the laws and the rules. Now, for today's lesson, as I mentioned earlier on, we shall be looking at some institutions. You can see that we have about 5 institutions on the board. We have family, school, community, church, and the mosque. Now, for the purposes of today's lesson, we shall be looking at family and school. But before we delve into that, the leaders of the various institutions have been given a certain amount of power, and that's what we call authority. It is this authority that these leaders have that makes them ensure that the other members of the groups obey the rules and the laws. So, from the board, you can see the meaning of authority. We say that this is the power to enforce laws and rules. Can you say that after me? Authority is the power to enforce rules and laws. Good. Now, I would like us to begin by looking at the institution family. Before we go into the meaning of family, I want us to know that we have 2 types of family. What did I say? We have 2 types of family. Very good. Now, from the board, we have a simple meaning for the term family. We are saying that it is a group of people who are what? Related by blood, marriage, or adoption. Can you repeat that after me? Family is a group of people who are related by blood, marriage, or adoption. Now, as I mentioned earlier on, we have 2 types of family. Can you guess what they are? Did I hear you say nuclear and extended family? Excellent. Good. Now, let's look at the first one, nuclear family. What is the nuclear family? Now, we can simply explain the nuclear family as the type of family that comprises the father, the mother, sons, and daughters. Can you repeat that? We are saying that the nuclear family comprises the father, the mother, sons, and daughters. Now, when we take the nuclear family, the father is described as the authority. The father is the authority of the nuclear family. So this simply means that the father has the power to make sure that the other members of the family follow the rules and the laws of the home. Now, that notwithstanding, in the absence of the father, the mother can also step in as the authority. And even in the absence of both parents, the elder siblings can step in as the authority. So I want you to remember this, that the father is the head of the nuclear family, or in other words, he is the authority of the nuclear family. I hope that is clear. Good. Now let's move on to talk about the extended family. For the extended family, it comprises the members of the nuclear family and other family members such as grandparents, we have uncles, aunts, cousins, nieces, nephews, and so on and so forth. Now for the extended family, the authority is what we call the Ebusua Penini. Can you repeat that after me? Ebusua Penini. This simply refers to an elderly man of the family, or in other words, the extended family. So for the extended family, we have Ebusua Penini as an elderly man serving as authority or the family head. I hope all that is clear. Very good. Now let's move on to look at the second social grouping, that is the school. Now when we take the school, it has a lot of groups. We have teachers, we have students, we have caterers, we have messengers, we have laborers, and so on and so forth. Now the overall authority or head of the school setting is the person we call the head teacher. Now, in the absence of the head teacher, we can have the teachers also stepping in as the authority. That means they are also being given some power to ensure that students and other members of the school institution follow the rules and regulations. And even the students have prefects who have also been given some authority to ensure that their fellow students obey the rules and regulations of the school setting. I hope all that is clear. Now, this brings us to the end of our first lesson in Rme. And in today's lesson, I want to quickly go through a summary of what we have learned. We have learned that human beings or humankind live in what we call social groupings or institutions. And we have about 5 social groupings on the board. And today we have looked at the first 2, that is family and school. And we have understood that family is a what? A group of people who are related by blood, marriage, or adoption. And we have also stated that we have 2 types of family in Ghana, which are the nuclear family and the extended family. And we have also learned that the nuclear family has the father as authority, and the extended family has the Ebusua Penini as the authority. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I would want you to do your best to read the text that is included in today's lesson, and after that, you answer the questions that follow. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you again. Before we meet again, it is bye.